You company this Ramadan.
So, in fact, we were talking about Sentio earlier. Let me just remind you. So, Sentio have an invest for good philosophy based on a genuine desire to use investment skills for the benefit of broader society. Sentio are committed to supporting community by investing responsibly, giving charitably, and developing talent that will transform the investment industry. As an ethically based assets manager, Sentio are focused on delivering superior risk-adjusted returns for clients, regardless of market conditions. The website, sentiocapital.com, there's a hyphen separating Sentio from capital. For more information about Sentio's Sharia investment products and how to start saving, you can do that today. Sentio Capital, invest for good. Sentio Capital Management is an authorized financial services provider. Okay, Champion South Africa is what I'm all about. I want to build South Africa into a champion nation, and we do that by building the champions that will build the champion nation. Part of that is to spot champions, spot people, spot organizations that are doing something champion-like that we need to be talking about. So we're quite fascinated by what's happened with the old Sharpeville Police Station. Let's find out more about it with the Centre Manager at the Kitso Information Development Centre. That's Nicho Ntema. Nicho, appreciate your time. Good morning.
Good morning, Ashraf.
Thank you. So I mean, I've got the note here. It says, old Sharpeville Apartheid Police Station becomes a beacon of hope. There's a story behind it. You better tell me.
Yeah, no, what happened is that, and thank you very much for having us. The Sharpeville Old Police Station is actually the actual site of the massacre. That's where people were shot dead in 1960 on the 21st of March. And since then, it has been transformed to house the various artists and crafters. And we came in 2019 as the Kitso Information Development Centre. And our mantra is to actually change this place from horror to hope. So there's so many things that I think we're going to talk about in terms of what we have done since then. But so far, it's where people can actually see themselves changing their lives and, having good education in terms of the skills that they need. But besides that, changing their lives completely from what they've been before.
Okay, well, let's talk about the horror to hope. So what have been the activations that have taken place?
As you can remember, the place was used as a police station, obviously, but because of the people that came to protest against the pass laws, it was a place where they said, arrest us so that this whole process can actually end and we can have our freedom to move from wherever we want to be. And that's where the whole thing happened. But that is the horror that we want to actually, erase from our set of life in terms of what we want to see happening in the future. So young people are coming here now to learn various skills, from life skills to computer skills. We've got a candle making factory that we're just going to start in the next financial year. We've been building electric cargo bikes where any other person who's interested to actually be in the pre-engineering stage of building something can have an opportunity to do that. But besides that, we've got 11 crafters within the yard that are sharing their skills with other young people. So there are people that can actually do something with their hands and actually earn a living. And then we are hosting other organizations like a Kulumani support group, which we found in the building. We've actually transformed one of our boardrooms to be state-of-the-art boardroom. So all those people who are victims of apartheid can actually have meetings with dignity in that particular space. And we've got an urban farm as well, 14 tunnels where we plant anything from spinach to tomatoes and many other veggies that we are using within our kitchen. And then our kitchen is cooking for 350 people a day. And then that happens every Monday to Friday. So those are things that are actually making this place to be a hope center as opposed to what it was, being remembered by the number of people that were shot on that fateful day.
Of course, and of course the issue of Sharpeville Day or Human Rights Day, very topical because it just we just passed it a few days ago once again, right? But therefore the people that visit, and I'm hoping a lot of young people visit your center, right? Do they make the connection between the Sharpeville then and the Sharpeville now to say we have hope now, but this is what's happened? Do they often do that, or they that's almost like something that they don't even talk about?
I think it's our duty to actually educate them on that particular history. So every March, from the 1st of March to the 31st of March, we are running direct programs related to the Human Rights Day, as well as the Sharpeville massacre itself. Because luckily, we share the center with the Kolomani Support Group, as I said. So these are people that are coming usually on Fridays to talk about their plans and their programs in relation to what is happening annually towards the Human Rights Day. So our young people get exposure to those people. We've got a program that we are running with the United Nations in relation to human rights. So we engage them in those things. We've got screenings that we're doing in terms of what happened then, the interviews that have been happening over the years. So yeah, for a young person to come to the center, not just as a visitor, but as a beneficiary to our programs, they are exposed to that particular history. And they do quite a lot of great things. We've had them on 2 television shows on SABC1, and then they were actually, giving out the insight from young people's perspective, and which is quite good because we don't want this memory to fade away.
Very, very important. Just the last point here. What impact has it had in changing society? Because I mean, ultimately, you want to see shifts in society, right? And as we know, South Africa is still a very troubled society.
Yeah. Like the photo that we just saw, the guy that is manning our urban farm now was a beneficiary here. He came here without having a click, without having an opportunity to go to varsity or anything like that. And then he went through our programs and he became interested in farming. And then we gave him a chance to do that. And he's now managing that particular farm. Definitely his life has changed completely because it's something that he has never done before. But we've got young people that came here having serious drug problems. As you know, that is a problem everywhere. And we have linked some of them to rehabilitation centers, but some of them have actually been rehabilitated themselves within the center, and which is a good thing. We are proud to say we've got people that managed to change their lives for just being within this place. We've got people that are now cooks within our kitchen that started here as beneficiaries. Some of them are doing maintenance for the center. So we sort of revolve around making people to be able to change their lives within the center so that when they go out, they can actually be able to duplicate that and live better lives than they were before they came to the center.
Okay, so, well, yeah. All right, let's leave it at that. I think it's very important what you're doing at the Kitso Information Development Centre. Give me a website address or a contact number that we can share.
Okay, I said www.kitsodevelopment.co.za. So that's where you'll see what we are doing. Okay, and then everything is there in terms of the phone numbers and email addresses and stuff.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, feel free to tag Salam Media and myself, Ashraf Garda, on all your social media platforms regarding this, because I certainly want to share it. But I also will just end by saying that, as I said from the beginning, if my project, Champion South Africa, wants to build South Africa into a champion nation, that we are reliant on building the champions in the country. And therefore, my job is to do some champion spotting. And we've spotted you guys as the Kitso Information Centre, that you are doing very champion-like work. So I want to just relay that to you. And that's why we're talking to you. And we're very impressed with what you're doing. And well done. And keep it up as a group and continue making the impact of moving from, horror and despair to absolute hope, because you've done just that. So, Nicho, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. And we are honored. Thank you.
There we are. Absolutely. So there you are. Another one. Who else should we be speaking to when we talk about moving from horror to hope, in terms of not just that, but just featured in what we call champion spotting? Because I want to spot some champions. So who's doing something that is really inspiring, nation building, takes us closer to becoming a champion nation, that I need to be talking to. The other thing I mentioned, 27/4, and I said that's the... Normally it's 24/7. Why would they say 27/4? Well, the answer is that company was started in the year 27th of April, around that period, 27th April, therefore 27/4, 1994. So ties in and inspired by the very first time we voted in a democratic South Africa. If that is not a reason to inspire you, then I don't know. We'll talk about the global mosques around the globe in a moment.